What is going on YouTube? Welcome back to JD's Nerdverse. Let the games begin. We're doing a playthrough today of Kangaskhan, the parent Pokemon. They're all female. Go ahead and watch our rival fight. It's against Charmander, and it's over. It's a very fast fight. I named myself Batman. I made my opposition Joker, switching up a little bit. And I've named Kangaskhan. Her name is Mamzilla. So that's the name. So, Kangaskhan, the parent Pokemon. I don't know how they procreate, considering the fact they're all female. There's not one male Kangaskhan out there, so I don't know how they procreate, but regardless, they are all female. So, yeah. So, this is a really good Pokemon that has really good stats, and everything synergizes. So, let me go over the stats with you real quick while we're fighting all the bug trainers here. HP is 105, 95 attack, defense is 80, special is 40, and speed is 90. So, across the board, fantastic stats except for special. Okay, very high on all of our stats except for special, but that's great because our moveset is all physical attacking. We get access to some moves that are special, but it's not mandatory for us to beat the game. So, like I said, a lot of things synergize this Pokemon. It's normal type. A lot of normal type moves are physical attacking moves. It's kind of the opposite of how Chansey was. Chansey had a very high special, low physical, so none of its moves were stab. So this Pokemon is the opposite of that. It synergizes very well. Plus, its moveset very well works with its typing and its stats. So, go ahead and watch our battle against our second rival fight right here. It's going to bring out a Pidgey, and we're going to go for Rage. Now, Rage, this playthrough has changed my opinion on Rage drastically. Okay? So, Rage is a 20 base power move. It's 30 with stab. And here's what's beneficial about Rage, and we're going to fight our, we're going to use Rage again against the junior trainer, the Million Light Years trainer in Brock's gym. So Rage is great, because once it's initiated, you only have to use that one power point for the entire team, so it's great for PP management. It's also good because with this Pokemon, it's normal, it's stab, and it's also coincides well with a high attack stat. So it actually works very well, and if you attack Kangaskhan when Rage is initiated, it builds damage. Okay, the other move, Wakanda Forever, we're facing Brock now. The other move is Comet Punch, which is 18 base power, but it's 27 base power with stab, 85% accurate. So it's not the greatest accuracy, but what that does for us is it gives us a very effective stab move, and it gives us a little more oomph when it comes to fighting Geodude. The fight with Geodude isn't very hard, and neither is with Onix. All they have really is normal moves to hit us with. Onix does have a slightly different move in Bide. So he's going to use Bide. What Bide does is whenever it's initiated, whatever damage we deal out, it'll deal back double to us. However, there's one caveat with this. If you have a multi-hit move like Comet Punch, which can hit between 2 and 5 times, it'll only take the damage from the first hit. So Onix isn't accumulating all the damage we're hitting him with. It's only accumulating the first attack we're hitting him with. So that's how Bide works. So Comet Punch gets us through Bide, or through Onix pretty well, and Geodude, because it's actually doing pretty decent damage for a normal move against a rock type. And I think that's just because we have a stab with this. So it's probably doing about 2 or 3 damage per one. And we beat Brock pretty easy and we move on to Route 3. So I'm going to go ahead and talk over Route 3. Every battle here is trivial. You're going to start seeing me not use Comet Punch as much. And Rage is basically a 2-shot everything. And if you hit when Rage is initiated, the attack gets stronger. So you can use one power point and wreck through an entire Pokemon trainer with 6 Pokemon, for example. It really does work very well. And, you know, it's 100% accurate, doesn't miss. It has a lot of great things going for it. It works very well with this Pokemon. It's, like I said, it synergizes well. So Comet Punch synergizes well too, because it is normal type. So there's another Pokemon we played through as recently, Hitmonchan, also had Comet Punch, but it didn't synergize with it very well. It was not a normal, it's a normal attacking move, not a fighting move. So it did not work well with Hitmonchan. It also didn't work. It also wasn't stab. It wasn't. And attack is pretty good with Hitmonchan, but it didn't work as well as it could have. That's all. It's basically the best way to put it. It didn't work as well as it could have. So with this Pokemon, it works very well. And yeah, and you can see how Rage. I'm pretty much using Rage only now. Rage pretty much wrecked that entire part of the game. So now we're in Mount Moon, and Mount Moon really is not much in Mount Moon other than getting 2 more TMs. One is Water Gun. So now we have a way to beat rock type when we come across rock trainers. And we also have, we get Mega Punch right here. So Mega Punch just gives us another attack. It's just a little more powerful attack that we can add to our team. and now we're fighting these last kind of 2 trainers in here, and I'll just kind of talk a little bit more over them. So our stats, like I said, coincide very well with this Pokemon, leading this Pokemon to have a very fast run. We're at 20 minutes, and we're about to get out of Mount Moon, and we're slowing down here, taking our time. And then Zubat, Rage, knocks it out. And I don't think there's one more Pokemon. I think we're moving on to the Super Duper Nerd who's trying to protect his fossils. So I guess I'm reading. I usually don't read this stuff. I guess I'm reading here. So Rage, so right there's almost, it's a 2-shot, okay? So right here, another 2-shot. It hit a little bit of damage, so it may add a little bit more, it doesn't, but still, 2 shots across the board. 2 shots across the board, no problems there. And we get the Dome Fossil, all hail the Dome Fossil. And we move on to Mrs. Jim. Mrs. Jim isn't super hard, and you're going to see her Rage again. And Rage is also a risk, because if you're not doing a lot of damage, you're stuck. You can't use another move. That's the downside of the Rage. But the upside of the Rage is, I just think it's a move that needs to be used early in the game if you're going to use it at all. So that's where the benefit of it comes. Now, we start the game off with high defense, everything's special attack, there's not a lot of, or everything's normal attack, or physical attack, not special. So it just works extremely well with this Pokemon. I was very blown away by how effective that move was, considering I'd never used it before consistently, and I've always heard bad things, and I've always just believed bad things about it. But with this Pokemon, changed my tone a little bit when it comes to it. So we only took 8 damage, and we're taking on the Starmie. Now Starmie, I guess, has a little more bulk, so we try and get knocked out. We could have got knocked out there. We have low special, Water Gun, and Bubble Beam are special moves. If it had gone for Bubble Beam on the second turn, we probably got knocked out. So now we're on to our rival, our 3rd rival fight. And this battle should be very trivial as long as we hit every time. Mega Punch is a knockout, very good. Rattata is a knockout, very good. And the last one, did we get 4 knockouts in a row? 4 knockouts in a row, very good. We're only level 23, we haven't over leveled too much. So go ahead and watch this battle, these battles on Nugget Bridge and all the way to Bill's house, and I'll go ahead and go over our moveset. So as you can see, we already have Comet Punch and Rage, already went over those. The next move we have is Bite. Bite, we get at level 26, that's a couple levels away. 60 base power, 90 with stab, and it's 100% accurate. So that's good. And yeah, it's a good move we can add. I thought we wouldn't add this, but it's going to be very beneficial to add Bite. 100% accurate move, and I mean, we're going to get Body Slam here too, so both of them are going to be part of this. Level 31, we get Tail Whip, it's kind of pointless. If we had it early, it'd be great, but it's kind of pointless late in the game. Number 36, we get, level 36, we get Mega Punch, which we're not going to use. 80 or we already used it, but it's a TM moveset, so we already have it. Leer, and then Dizzy Punch. Dizzy Punch is a 70 base power move, 100% accurate. Probably if I was just using its level up moveset, I would use that, but in the same breath, the level up moveset does not have any moves that hit Ghost, so it probably wouldn't be smart to play through with level up moveset only. So then we look at our TMs, and I'm not going to go over all of them, just going to hit on some important ones. Body Slam, we already had Mega Punch, so that's on there. Water Gun, Bubble Beam, Ice Beam, and Blizzard. We don't need Hyper Beam. Hyper Beam isn't a bad move, but we don't need to use Hyper Beam. It does give us a big stat boost, or badge boost. Not badge boost, I'm sorry, stab move. I can't talk today. Hyper Beam, a 150, but with stab it's like 225. It's very powerful. And then when we keep going, we don't need to use any of the fighting moves. Thunderbolt, which we'll use for a short period of time, which I regret that. That's one thing I would change. Earthquake, Mimic, Fire Blast, Bide, I don't think we added Bide. And then Rock Slide is our moveset. We can actually learn Surf as well, but I didn't do that. Same with Strength. I didn't learn Strength either. But we have a very broad moveset. A lot of normal type Pokemon I've noticed are going to have massive, massive broad movesets. So those are the moves we can get, so that's what we'll pick them up as we go along. But yeah, this Pokemon is blasting through this part of the game. We're at 26 minutes, and we're just now getting to Bill's house. Okay? Getting that Ether there. Getting the Bill, saving him from his weird, freaky experiment. I don't know what he's doing, but I don't know why you need to turn yourself into a Pokemon. It doesn't make sense. But he's a weird dude, so I don't want to judge him. So we're gonna go back. We're gonna go here. We're gonna do an escape rope, and we're gonna escape rope right to the part of the game we need to get to where we can fight this junior trainer here with the Pidgey. This is Sandy. So Sandy is not going to be too hard as long as we can get our hits off. She might get a quick attack in, but she's not going to get a hits off. So we did add Bite. Bite is 90 base power, so it's a very powerful move. And then we fight this trainer with the Spearow. We take it to 0. And then we're going to eradicate the Raticate. Very good. We knock it out. And then we go and get on the SSN. The SSN doesn't bring us a lot of things, but it does bring us a TM for Body Slam. Body Slam, in my opinion, is one of the most, I think it's one of the best TMs you can get in the game. You get it at such a great time. It opens up runs for a lot of Pokemon. So now we're facing our 4th rival fight. Okay? 4th rival fight. And we're going to go for Body Slam. It's a 1-hit knockout on the Pidgeotto. Is it a 1-hit on the Raticate? It is. Is Kadabra a 1-shot? It is a 1-shot on the Kadabra. And a 1-shot again. So that's 2 straight battles with the rival. We just 1-shot everything he has to throw in front of us. So now we're facing Lieutenant Surge. The Trash Man Lieutenant Surge. 1-shot on the Voltorb. 1-shot on the Pikachu. Is a 1-shot on the Raichu. It is. So that's 3 big battles, 3 landmark battles where we 1-shot everything in front of us. So now we're facing this Wrapping Lass. So if you don't know why she's called that, she has an Oddish that will usually paralyze you unless you go first and knock it out. And then the second Pokemon, so once you're paralyzed, you don't have move priority. You go second. And then the Bellsprouts will wrap you. And you can't get out of it. And if you don't outspeed, you'll never attack. So that's the strategy she uses. And yeah, now we're progressing through the game, and we're about to go into Rock Tunnel once we defeat this trainer. So there's not a lot to talk about with this Pokemon when it comes to the individual battles. Kangaskhan wrecks everything in its path. Okay, just absolutely wrecks everything in its path. Even if it doesn't have a type advantage, it still has just enough of like an extra move to get to mitigate like things that doesn't have a super. It's not super type effectiveness against. So, example, right there we had Thunderbolt, we had Water Gun to counter a Slowpoke, Thunderbolt for Slowpoke, and a Cubone, Water Gun for Cubone. So now we're fighting this Static Conditioning Junior Trainer. Body Slam should be a 1-shot, very good, and one more 1-shot or Bite, that works too, very good. And now we're progressing on, and we should be going right towards Boomer. So Boomer is the hiker in here that can be difficult. We're actually weak to it. We don't have an effective move against it, technically. But that's where Water Gun is great, and the fact that normal type Pokemon can learn Water Gun, I think it's to mitigate how overpowered the defense is from Rock type against them. So Water Gun 1-shot, Water Gun 1-shot, and Graveler 3 up, 3 down. Good night, goodbye Boomer, and Boomer, and we move on to Bellsprout. Bellsprout. Yeah, we're facing Bellsprout, the gym leader. Now we're facing Erica. There's not a lot of there's a lot of trainers in here, but this is like one of the few examples where I can remember playing through, and I did not fight every trainer in here, or at least like most of them. I only fought really 2, and 1 wasn't even mandatory. This is by habit. I would run right in and fight the first trainer. So we knock out the Execute, very good. And the beauty, now the beauty of this is we're moving on to Erica. So Erica's Pokemon, we do have Body Slam and we have Ice Beam. Body Slam will be a 2-shot, very good. So that one was scary because he could have put us to sleep, could have done a lot of things, but we knock it out without taking any damage and also not getting any poison type or whatever. So Ice Beam does not do more. It doesn't. It does about the same. We don't have a high special. That's why Ice Beam's not as effective right now. We're gonna do some things like do potions or vitamins and stuff. But yeah, we beat Erica pretty handily, and then we move on to the Rocket Game Corner. The Rocket Game Corner, this first trainer here, it's a trivial battle with 13 levels higher. And like I said, it was just a very, I won't say overpowered, but we're a very powerful Pokemon nonetheless. And then we move on to this trainer. This trainer is not very big, not a big deal, but what's important about this trainer is you get the Lift Key. Okay, so where did I struggle with this Pokemon? Well, I honestly don't know. I know I have a loss here soon you're going to see, but I don't really have a struggle. The only thing I'd say about this Pokemon that does kind of create a challenge is you can't initiate the badge boost. At least not legally. You can add double team technically just like you can with other Pokemon. So we don't have an inherent move that boosts our stats other than Mimic. Really, that's really the only move we have that can boost our stats. And also, I think I should have saved Earthquake and kept another move on. I should have kept Thunderbolt on, and you'll see why here in a little bit. I should have kept Thunderbolt on my team, on my stat list, whatever, on my move set, and then saved Earthquake for a certain battle later. But it's not the end of the world, and I'm not like super upset about it. It's just something, if I go back and do it, that's a change I would make, and I think it's a change that would have been for the good. Okay, so now we're fighting Tweedledee and Tweedledum, and we're pausing for dramatic effect. And what we're going to do here, yeah, Ice Beam, we're going to knock it out, very good. We beat the first one, Tweedledee, and then Tweedledum comes out. Tweedledum is, he's dumb, he's not very smart, just so everyone knows. And we freeze him, we freeze the snake. So, yeah, we are wrecking this entire playthrough. I saw the PowerPoints on that. I'm like, I only have 2 left. And Giovanni, I don't have to go back and heal. And Giovanni has 2 Rock-type Pokemon left. He has Onix and he has Rhyhorn. So I'm saving those 2 Ice Beams for Giovanni, so I can knock those 2 out pretty handily. Okay? So now we're facing Giovanni. We're going to use Ice Beam, 1-shot on the Onix, very good. Ice Beam, 1-shot on the Rhyhorn. And Kangaskhan, we're probably going to use Body Slam, very good. He uses Comet Punch. It does nothing to us. Hey, that's us, by the way. And now we're going to decide what we got to do here. We can't use Body Slam. We're out of Ice Beam, so we got Thunderbolt. So yeah, he does Rage, and you're kind of late in the game to use Rage, dude. So then we move on to our 5th rival fight. Now the last couple have been like 1-hit knockouts. I don't think this is going to be a 1-hit knockout because I go for Thunderbolt. Actually, no, I go for Rock Slide, so I stand corrected. It is a 1-hit. Ice Beam's a 1-hit as well, so there's 2 knockouts. Body Slam's a knockout, very good. Kadabra should be a 1-hit knockout, very good. Is Charmeleon a 1-shot? I miss, darn. It is a 1-shot, so 5 1-shots. The 1 was a miss, so it doesn't count. And we can learn Mega Punch, but we don't. There we go. So now we're moving on to Koga's gym. Koga, I usually fight all the trainers and I don't have to. We have pretty good high damage, like physical damage. And a lot of his Pokemon are susceptible to being hit by physical damage. Psychic Pokemon don't have high physical damage, except for I think Slowpoke might be the highest one. So 1-hit knockout, very good. Drowsy, 1-hit knockout, very good. Kadabra, 1-hit knockout, very good. And Drowsy, 1-hit knockout, very good. So very consistent. Consistently beating things that we should be beating very handily. Drowsy comes out, 1-hit knockout again. We're only 5 levels higher. It's not like we're like level 45 or something and we're way higher. So we have full health going into the fight against Koga. Koga is going to come out with a Coughing. We don't have a badge boost, so we just got to go straight for, dealing damage. Okay, Muck comes out. We do about half damage. We get disabled, Rock Slide, no big deal. We weren't going to use it anyway. Get the knockout, very good. Coughing comes out, should be another 1-shot knockout. Oh, it's not. It wasn't a 1-shot the first time. I'm sorry, it was 2-shot. And in the last one, Earthquake is a 2-shot on the Weezing. Get it knocked out. It's a very easy peasy, lemon squeezy battle. We don't learn Leer. We don't need to. And we move on from Koga and face Blaine. So Blaine, you're gonna see a lot of the battles in here, just me getting experience. So I talked about what this Pokemon struggled with. I haven't really come across a really big struggle. The only thing I can think of is just not having a stat modifier, but I don't think this Pokemon needs it. So that's why I don't think it's a massive weakness. So what's some of its strengths? Well, I went over the stats. Its move, it has a great move pool for the typing it is. It has access to every major normal type move. And the most powerful ones. And also it has access to the most powerful other types like Ice Beam, Blizzard, Earthquake. So we get access to those as well. So these fights are just about getting experience. I was getting over a little bit of the level threshold, like I wasn't pacing as high as I usually do. So I was like, maybe I need to get some extra battles in just to be safe. Spoiler alert, I didn't really need to. I could have just skipped over some battles, just like in Giovanni's gym. I skipped over a few, but I probably could have skipped over a lot more. And like I said, we're just wrecking everything in front of us. So what's crazy is you'd think this Pokemon would be a ground type. It looks like a ground type, but it's not. It's just straight normal. So Earthquake is doing a lot, and it's not even it's not even a stab move. And some with Rock Slide, not even a stab move. So if you notice, all of our moves except for one are normal or physical damaging moves. There's a reason for that. It coincides with our stats, and if you can, especially with Pokemon with a broad moveset, you want to build around the stats and the moveset as well as possible. So now we're facing Blaine. Body Slam on the Growlithe, it's a 1-shot. Body Slam on the Ponyta, it's a 1-shot. Body Slam on the Rapidash, it's not a 1-shot, but we get 2 shots out of it. Okay, and we level up. Nice. Arcanine. Is it going to be a 2-shot? It is going to be a 2-shot. So Blaine was very easy, and I'm not trying to brag, but we're about to have a humbling here, but we're wrecking a lot of the landmark battles in the game. So our rival throws out a Pidgeot. Pidgeot, I'm sorry. Rock Slide will not one-shot, darn, but it wastes a turn healing, but we get quick attack, not a big deal. Execute comes out and Sun Spores us. Now this is what caused us to lose this battle. Is we're no longer going first, so we don't have priority move set. Okay, so we're gonna go second, which means we're gonna take damage, and we're also paralyzed, so we may not attack at all. So for example, right here would be a great time to attack, and Body Slam very good. And if we went first against Charizard, we could probably knock it out, but we're not gonna go first. He's gonna knock us out, causing us to have a reset. And with this reset, not a big deal. We just got to make sure we knock out the Execute before it paralyzes. I think that's what cost us the battle. So that's why I went right into it. Like, yeah, I'm going to get this knockout this time. Body Slam. Just go for the knockout there. Very good. Execute. I'm going to go for the Body Slam. It does not get us paralyzed. It does use a potion, though. Potion. And then we face Gyarados. It's not a one-shot, so I guess last time it was a range. Alakazam's a one-shot. And do we one-shot the Charizard? We don't. He only does Ember. We knock it out. And we move on from our 6th rival fight. Okay? This trainer, I don't know why I left this in here. I think it was just, just to beat his butt. I don't know, because I don't like him. I don't like him at all. I hate this trainer. So we avoid Dizzy Punch. And we get Marowak. We beat Marowak. And now we move on to Giovanni. Giovanni's not going to be difficult. He has Ground type. Body Slam's a one-shot. Very good. Kangaskhan's not a one-shot, but it's a 2. Hey, that's us again. Rhyhorn is a one-shot. And the last Pokemon, Nidoqueen. Earthquake is not a one-shot, but she doesn't do anything back to us. Get the knockout. Beat Giovanni. That's a second Giovanni fight. We won. Now we're going to do the third one. Now we're fighting Sabrina. Sabrina and her whip. She brings out a Kadabra. We are going to one-shot everything on this team. We outspeed and our attack is high. Psychic Pokemon have very low defense. They have great special, but low defense. As long as you're physically hitting them, they're very frail. And we beat Sabrina and her whip. And move on to Giovanni's gym. Giovanni's gym is ground type. So we have massive advantages here. So for the ground type, we can use either Ice Beam and it'll do very effective damage. What we can also do when we get there, what we can also do is we can use Earthquake. Earthquake will be very effective against some of its trainers as well. And obviously we have Body Slam as a failsafe, but Earthquake and Body Slam and Ice Beam all are going to work very well to make it so this this gym leader is very trivial. Now here's what I said: I fought a couple extra battles. I didn't fight all of them, but a couple. So yeah, Ice Beam. Even at this level, we are higher level. It's not one-shotting a handful of things. Dugtrio has low defense, so I'm not going to sit here and say, oh, well, there we go. It's just range. No, Dugtrio's got one of the worst defenses and HPs in the game. So where we're at in the game, we're at 56 minutes, and we're about to beat Brock's gym. That's where we're at right now. So we're at 56 minutes and 45 seconds, and we're about to beat Brock's gym. Or, I'm sorry, Giovanni's gym. We already beat Brock. We beat Brock a long time ago. So now we're facing, we're saving right now. Now we're going to face Giovanni. So the first Pokemon is going to be Rhyhorn. Rhyhorn will be one shot by Ice Beam. Ironically, Dugtrio is not a one shot. I don't know why. This just shows how low our special is right now. Okay, and then she comes out with Nidoqueen. Nidoqueen's going to be a 2-shot. Very good. Nidoqueen comes out. It might be a 1-shot, but I doubt it. Oh, with Earthquake, yeah, it's more powerful. And Ice Beam on the ride-on. Not even a 1-shot, but it still gets a 2-shot. We take no damage. And now we're moving on to our rival fight. Rival number 6. Right before the Elite Four. Oh, I'm sorry, rival number 7. Right before the Elite Four. Brings out a Pidgeot. Rock Slide is not a 1-shot, but it is a 2-shot. Very good. Now we're at level 50. And Rhyhorn right here. Get the 1-shot. Very good. Execute comes out. Try for Ice Beam, not a 1-shot, but we get paralyzed, which is awesome. Knock it out, and now Gyarados comes out. So we don't have priority over Gyarados, and we just need a Rock Slide to knock it out, which it does not. I think it's because of my paralyzation. We just need to hit one more. Just need to hit one more. but we're kind of getting low health and we're not going to go first. So all these special damaging moves like from Alakazam and stuff, it's just wrecking me here, and we get beat. Okay, so what I do is I leave, give all my rare candies except for one to Kangaskhan, and then come back. We don't have a badge boosting glitch anyway, so there's no point in hanging on to rare candies to level up for the league. So I'm like, you know, let's just level up all the way. We'll get the ranges we need to get one shots on a lot of these Pokemon, and then we're prepared to go face the league. One shot on the execute, very good. We don't get paralyzed, and that's the determining factor in this battle. There we go. Rock Slide's a one shot. Alakazam is a one shot. And Charizard is a one shot. So doing the rare candy thing was a very big risk. The reason why it's a very big risk to me is, what if I need rare candies for the Elite Four? I can't do that. I gotta go out and grind. So now we're facing Lorelei, the first Elite Four member. Rock Slide is a one shot on the Dugong. Okay, Cloyster comes out. It's a two shot on the Cloyster. Goes for Supersonic but doesn't hit us, thank goodness. And now we move on to Slowbro. Slowbro is a three shot. We used Body Slam was the most effective move, so we moved around our moveset to get to that. Jinx is a one shot, and the Lapras, we just have to outlast it pretty much. Blizzard, as long as we don't get a freeze, we're good. Hydro Pump does a lot of damage there. Thank God it misses, because it could have knocked us out, but we don't get damaged. We get the win. We'll take the luck, a little bit of luck there, and we'll move on to Bruno. We don't talk about Bruno very much. Bruno's not very powerful. He's not really a good trainer in general. So yeah, we just got to go here and we got to beat Bruno. So Onyx comes out, and Onyx get knocked out in one hit. Hitmonchan, it's not a one shot. Ice Punch is scary because it can knock us, it can freeze us. Hitmonlee gets a knockout. Onyx, Body Slam, I misclicked there. Ice Beam is a one shot, very good. And then the final Bruno member of his team, it's Machamp, Body Slam. It's not a two shot, it's a one shot. It's a three shot though. But we get the win, and that's what's important. So here's where I made a mistake, and I don't have to reset here or anything, but what I should have done is not had Earthquake on my team, on my moveset. I should have kept Thunderbolt, because Thunderbolt would have been great to have against the first Elite Four member, Lorelei. So that's why I think I made a mistake. But Earthquake is useful because Earthquake will pretty much one-shot the Gengars and the Haunters. So, yep, one shot on the Gengar. Golbat comes out. We're going to use Ice Beam. It's a one shot on the Golbat. Very good. Haunter comes out. Earthquake, very good. We probably could have used Rock Slide too, but Earthquake is fine. And Body Slam, not a one shot. However, switching out the Gengar gives us a free attack. And now Arbok comes out, and we knock out Arbok. So Agatha, pretty easy with this Pokemon. Took no damage, so very good. Took 0 damage. And now we're moving on to Lance. Lance is the Dragon type trainer. He only technically has 3 dragons. The other 2 are look like dragons, but they're not. Okay, so I'm getting Mimic. The reason why I'm getting Mimic, and you'll see why here in a second. And I'm contemplating adding Blizzard to the move. And the reason why I'm adding Blizzard to the move is it's more powerful. It's more powerful. I don't have high special, so it's going to be very useful to have a more powerful move to coincide with it. And I haven't switched to Ice Beam yet, but I'm about to badge boost as well. That's why I got Mimic. So, we go and fight Lance. The first Pokemon that comes out is Gyarados. We have Rock Slide. Gyarados should be one shot by Rock Slide. Very good. Dragonair comes out, and we're going to go ahead and go for Agility. Agility is going to initiate the badge boost glitch. It's going to up our attack, up our defense, up our special, everything except for HP. And so once we get set up, one more setup. We got one more setup for charge. There we go. Ice Beam, one shot. And now we're going to wreck the entire team. Wow, how is that not a one shot? That is amazing to me. That's not a one shot. Okay. Aerodactyl comes out. Now I'm a little less confident because it wasn't a one shot. Rock Throw. We do get the knockout. Very good. We level up, so all the badge boost is gone. Now, if it was Blizzard, it would have been a one shot. So we get the one shot, beat Lance and his dragon type Pokemon. And now we just got to heal up. We got to replenish our elixirs. Maybe give our final rare candy to the Pokemon. There we go. And now we have Blizzard. We're going to use Fire Blast. this is kind of a pointless play, to be honest with you. Kind of a pointless play. We really can't mimic anything off the opposition that's going to be beneficial. So I was like, you know, let's just add Fire Blast right now. Or maybe we're contemplating adding Fire Blast. So we're going to add Fire. We are adding Fire Blast. Okay. So yeah, Mimic has no use with this Pokemon. So, and then we're going to add Blizzard over top of Ice Beam. And it's going to be a little bit more powerful. I saw what happened with the last one, how it had an Ice Beam, did knock out, fully boosted, and we also added a power point. So now we're facing the champion. Rival number 8 in this game. Champion comes out with, his name is the Joker. I don't know if I mentioned that earlier. Rock Slide is not a one-shot. Ice Beam probably would have been a better move. But we get to knock out on the second Rock Slide. Very good. Moving on to the Alakazam. Alakazam Body Slam should be a one-shot. Very good. Moving on to the Rhydon. Blizzard is not a one-shot, but it's a range. So we're very close to it being a one-shot. Get a Fire Blast in. It's kind of pointless. It's just a little bit more, I guess it's just a little more reliable, I guess. And we don't get a Fire Blast. We do get a Fire Blast off, but it does no damage. How does it do that? I was so mad when that happened. I was like, dude, this does like no damage. Why is it doing like 0 damage? I don't know why I did Blizzard there. I could have missed, but it's frozen, so I can do whatever move I want. So Gyarados comes out. Rock Slide. Is it a one-shot? It is not. However, I just got my attack boosted right there by that Leer, so thank you, Gyarados. And then the last Pokemon is Charizard. Fire Blast almost knocks me out, but is Rock Slide a one-shot? It is a one-shot because we have the type advantage, and we beat our rival. And now we're just clicking through, trying to get this playthrough as fast as possible. So just so you know, we're at an hour and almost 7 minutes, and just past 7 minutes. And the fastest Pokemon I've ever played through as Charizard is like an hour and 3 minutes. So we're very close to that time. And I'm going to go ahead and pause this right here and talk a little bit about. So yeah, our fastest time ever was 103 something with Charizard. I think our second fastest time has been Poliwrath or Poliwag through the whole Poliwag line, and I was like an hour and 8 minutes. So this beat that. So this is actually has me questioning, could I possibly beat this game under an hour with this Pokemon? Can I shave off 8 minutes? I think I can shave off at least 5. This is a way in the future playthrough I'm probably going to do, but I could probably shave up at least 5 because early in the game I did not have to grind and get to level 15 to beat Brock. I probably could have done it at level like 13. That's one example. There's extra trainers I fought throughout the game that I didn't need to. Like for example, in Mount Moon, there's always Pokemon trainers you can just skip over. We could have done that. Gym leaders, like I said, I skipped over some in Erica's gym. Most of the time I skip over the ones in Lieutenant Surge's gym as well. Yeah, I think there's just a lot of different ways I can probably chip off about 8 minutes. Just knowing what I'm going to come up with, not getting rid of Thunderbolt at certain times, things like that. So there's a lot of different ways I could have made this faster, but it ended up being a very solid playthrough. I was very happy with this playthrough. Kangaskhan's a beast. She really is a beast. And with some optimization, this could be one of the faster playthroughs I've had. So there's a handful of Pokemon on the list that I think I can get like an optimized under an hour playthrough. I think Charizard was as optimized as I can get it, but I may try that in the future. I know Poliwrath is one I want to try. Poliwhirl, Poliwag, the whole line. This is one I want to try. There's still a couple yet to come that I'm going to try that with, but this might be a Pokemon I can get under an hour with. So let me know what you think in the comment section down below. What did you think of the video? Did you enjoy it? What was your favorite part? How was your prediction? To go back and watch the prediction video and see if I got it right. I was way off. I will tell you that right now. My prediction, I believe, was between an hour and 20, hour and 25 minutes. And I got this got done in an hour and 7 minutes and 9 seconds. So yeah, this is a very fast playthrough. I want to thank everyone for watching. If you want to check out more of my content, there's a playlist on the screen right now. And also subscribe. It really helps the channel. It's just me doing it. It's me and myself and I. That's the whole team. The playthroughs, the voiceovers, the editing. So I appreciate everyone watching. And have a good one and see ya.